Hey, what is up, people? Skywalker Hendrix here, back with another video for you guys today. And today we are looking at all of the Obi-Wan Kenobis by Shfiguarts. I came to a realization. I wanted to kind of compare and contrast some of these Obi-Wan figures, figure out which one is the best. And I realized I had actually all of them that Shfiguarts has released. So yeah, why not? Let's take a look at all of them, see which one is the best. And we got a lot of different looks here, and obviously Obi-Wan is a goated character. He is, one of the best characters in the whole saga of Star Wars, and really, a top 3 character of all time, and really a top 5 character of all time in movies in general. So he has had a lot of appearances throughout the films and even his own series, so let's take a look and see which Obi-Wan is the best. Alright, and starting in chronological order here with Padawan Obi-Wan. I have talked about this guy quite a bit on the channel because he is one of the best 112 figures ever made, in my opinion. As you guys can see, the likeness on this guy is just unmatched. I think it is one of the best likenesses in the 112 scale. And yeah, this is just a beautiful figure and a perfect representation of Padawan Obi-Wan, in my opinion. I do have a video going into this guy a little bit more in depth on the channel, so if you want to see a little bit more of this guy, go check that out. Alright, and next up we do have Jedi Knight Obi-Wan from Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones being my personal, probably one of my favorite Star Wars movie. I love that movie so much. Revenge of the Sith and Attack of the Clones are kind of, I see that as one. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain. But anyway, this is an iconic look. And this is a figure I don't see people talk about a lot. But this is an iconic look for Obi-Wan. And I think Shfiguarts nailed it here. This is one of my favorite figures on my shelf, as I do have the trio from that film in the Shfiguarts line. And they just mesh perfectly with my other Black Series figures, and actually I'm gonna just show you guys because they're so beautiful. Having these 3 on the shelf is just super special to me, and yeah, I love how these 3 figures look. I think they're some of Shfiguarts' best figures in general, and yeah, I mean, it's just perfect representation here. I also did have a action figure of this guy as a kid, and he had little magnets on his feet, and it was one of my favorite Jedi action figures. So this guy just kind of has a special place in my collection, and yeah, so it's kind of, I don't know. I've heard people say this isn't a great figure, but I think it's absolutely amazing. Alright, and next up we do have Episode 3 Obi-Wan Kenobi. This, again, is such an amazing figure. I will say this is probably the weakest likeness out of all of these figures. I think it honestly has the same issue that the original Black Series had, where his head is just a little bit too small. I think it would do good for like an animated style Obi-Wan Kenobi, but I don't know. I would be interested in replacing the head with a custom head at some point, but I haven't seen a lot of customizers nail Episode 3 Obi-Wan, and honestly, I just figure putting the Black Series version of kind of this Episode 3 Obi-Wan head on this figure, I think it would do wonders for it. But as it stands, I think this is the best Episode 3 Obi-Wan that you could get for your collection. Standing 2 feet away, 3 feet away on the shelf, he looks so good. And really, the likeness at this scale, you know, if it's a little off, it's a little off. I don't think it's the end of the world, and you know, I always do have the option of getting a custom head or replacing the head, and then this will be, you know, a perfect representation of Episode 3 Obi-Wan, because I think the body is just superb. Alright, and probably, even though Darth Vader's look from the show was very iconic, I don't think this look for Obi-Wan, you know, at the time it was cool, but it's very, it's just a very bland outfit. I think Obi-Wan just looks good in that beige. It's his color, we know it. I don't think this is a bad figure, but this, I don't know, it's a decent figure. So I do like the head sculpt on this, actually, even though it's not quite Ewan. From certain angles, I think it definitely works a lot better, but yeah, I don't know. It's not a bad figure. It's not a great figure. It's not super iconic either. So to be honest, this will probably rank decently low. But I got the SH Figuarts Vader from this show. I actually have 2 of them because it is a phenomenal figure. So this is really a pairing piece for that figure, because these two together are just so good. Alright, and that brings us to last but definitely not least, Alec Guinness as Obi-Wan Kenobi, the original Obi-Wan Kenobi. This figure is phenomenal. I know what you're thinking. It is 100% a traffic cone. It is an SH Figuarts figure, so there is actually some really cool sculpt work and articulation under there. But it is essentially a traffic cone, but this is all you need. This is the pose. I mean, come on, guys. What are you gonna... Are you really gonna pose your Alec Guinness, you know, frickin', you know, in a super dynamic pose? No, you're not. You're gonna have him standing there on the shelf. I don't think this is any more or less a traffic cone than the Black Series version, and I think this is a far superior sculpt and just overall looking figure. I'm not really the biggest fan of soft goods at this scale, so this sculpted robe is just beautiful in my opinion, and the likeness is superb as well. So yeah, I think this is a beautiful figure and essential for a amazing A New Hope display. Alright guys, so that is all the SH Figuarts Obi-Wan Kenobis so far that we have gotten, and this is kind of my ranking if I had to rank them. I know they're not like lined up, I don't have a ton of space, and I record vertically like a moron, so we're gonna have to do this a little bit differently. But in first place, obviously right up front, we do have Episode 1 Obi-Wan Kenobi. Y'all already know I love this figure. It is so good. Yeah, it's phenomenal. And in second place, we do have Episode 2 Obi-Wan Kenobi from Attack of the Clones. One of, if not my favorite Star Wars movie, so he just ranks high based on bias. And in third and fourth, because I think they could go hand in hand, they're tied for me in a way. I think Episode 3 beats him out just slightly if I had to pick, like right now. Episode 3 beats him out, but he is tied with Episode 4, Alec Guinness, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know, I think the likeness on this brings this one down, but this is such a great figure that the greatness of this figure, they equal out, if that makes any sense. The figgy maths. So they're kind of tied, but if I had to pick, you know, I'm going prequels all day. I'm sorry, I love me some OT as well, but I'm going prequels all day. And then back there, all lonely, right back there, we do have the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. And I love the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I do think it does have some flaws and all that, but I think it is a good show. And I really love what I love from it. So that's what I like to focus on. And yeah, so this is kind of my ranking of what is the best SH Figuarts Obi-Wan Kenobi. Well, you have it right here. This is Skywalker Hendricks' thoughts on this topic, I guess. Yeah, I mean, all these figures are bangers. I would suggest picking up the top 4 for sure. Like, I think the first 4 figures in this list are essential. I think the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, I think go with the Black Series, but then get the SH Figuarts Vader from the show. If you're going to go that route, I think the Black Series Obi-Wan from the show is serviceable. You don't need to spend $70 on a Obi-Wan from the show unless you really love the show. Then go for it. It's a good figure. It comes with a ton of accessories, so that is something going for it. And yeah, I really love SH Figuarts, and I really love Obi-Wan Kenobi. So I hope everyone else enjoyed this video today. Yeah, stay tuned. I do have a episode 2 Anakin hot toy review coming. Shout out to Pop Collectibles for sending that out to me. And I do have some more videos coming on the way. And as always, keep collecting, keep having fun, keep enjoying what you enjoy. Don't let the negativity in the community right now get you down. Focus on what you do like. I'm focusing on Obi-Wan Kenobi SH Figuarts. Yeah, just keep your head up, guys. I know it's kind of crazy out there right now, but yeah, I don't know. It's a weird time to be a Star Wars fan once again, but we're getting through it. And yeah, just focus on what you like. Anyway, guys, have a good one. May the Force be with you. Shout out to all my channel members. Shout out to everyone that watches my videos. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun YouTube stuff. Ayy.